70-pound weight loss for my Mounjaro weight loss update. Hi friends, I've got for you 7 tips of what not to do for your Mounjaro weight loss and what to do for success. I'm Elizabeth, Countess of Shopping. I have been on Mounjaro since January, so it's been, rounding, what is that, over almost 12, no, it's been 11 months, 11 full months, and maybe some change in there. I am currently on 12.5 milligrams of Mounjaro and will be titrating up to 15 milligrams literally here in a couple of days. We'll talk about that in another video, but today I want to share with you if you followed me for any hot second, make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't. I have shared with you how I've been stuck. My Mounjaro weight loss stall. For the past 2 months, I've only basically lost like 2, 3, 4 pounds in 2 months. It's been very frustrating for me. If you've watched some of my videos, you can feel it's palpable, the frustration. And I feel like I've got some success tips of what to do and what not to do that have really helped me and will hopefully help encourage you. So let's dive in. Number 1, there are 7 tips here. The first one, I'm going to be launching this one in my Mounjaro Weight Loss Success Encouragement group, totally free. It's linked down in the description, link below. As is all of my tips that I've got for you. I've got tons of articles on countessofshopping.com, on my blog, and then also in that free encouragement group, and as well as here on YouTube. Number 1 is the Count and I decided to have a friendly competition with each other. We both wanted to lose 5 pounds. Whoever could lose 5 pounds the fastest. Obviously, the parameters were doing it healthfully, with keeping good health intentions, not doing crazy things, but doing things healthfully, who could lose it the fastest. And then we both picked a prize as to who wins would get that prize. Now, I am not a medical professional, nor do I pretend to play a doctor on the internet. To always talk with your own healthcare provider for anything associated with GLP-1s or your health. This is simply my experience, strength, and hope to help encourage you too. So if you want to do this challenge with me, it's a 5-pound challenge. I got so persnickety about what I was putting in my mouth to eat. And many of you have said in the comments over the past 2 months of my Mounjaro weight loss stall, Elizabeth, it's about lifestyle changes. And I wanted to punch you in the face. No, not really. But it would make me so irritated about people talking lifestyle changes. And I'm like, I know, I'm doing the best I can. Well, y'all put a bug in my butt because it made me take action to look at my lifestyle changes. Am I eating what I'm supposed to be eating? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing for my 100-pound weight loss journey? And if you're new here, I am on 12.5 milligrams of Mounjaro, titrating up to 15 milligrams here in a few days, which I'm very nervous about, but we'll talk about that in another video. And I'm on a 100-pound weight loss journey. So when you guys say in the comments, it's all about lifestyle changes, A, I appreciate you. Please know. Any comment you like, I appreciate you. I appreciate that. And B, it's true. It's true that this medication is a tool, but it's not the end all be all for Mounjaro weight loss and Zepbound weight loss, which we're going to talk a little bit more about here in upcoming videos. That's why you want to make sure you click that subscribe button so you can see more about that. And because I've got some great videos coming up for you on Zepbound and some other Mounjaro things, semaglutide weight loss, Tirzepatide weight loss, etc. So that challenge, that 5-pound challenge, it made me, and it has made me because I'm winning. It's made me really look at what I'm eating under the lens of, is this for the woman that I want to be on my 100-pound weight loss goal when I get there? Am I doing what I envision that looks like in a healthful way? And what my GLP-1 dietitian has encouraged me to do, and what I know to be true for my body, because everybody's body's different, right? Like what may work for me may not work for you, but what I know to be true. And I was like, no, it's not actually. So what would that look like with this 5-pound challenge, weight loss challenge with my husband? And so the Count and I are battling it out. We've been doing it now for 4 days. 4 days in, I'm winning. You'll have to come back. I'll give you guys a full update of who actually ends up winning. We both have picked our own prizes. My prize is amazing. His prize is amazing too, but mine, I'm like, I want to win so badly. So that's number 1. If you need a little kick in the pants, a little extra motivation, a little daily accountability, I will be posting all of that in my free Mounjaro Weight Loss Success Encouragement group. If you do not answer the questions for that group, because I get a lot of spammers and that is my safe place, if you don't answer all the questions, you will not get into the group. Some people write in the comments here on YouTube, you didn't let me in. I'm like, no, I didn't let you in because you didn't answer the questions. Or your profile looks like a spammer because it's brand new. Many of you have took my advice of emailing me. My email is in the description link below, as is that link to the free group to get let into the group and be like, hey, I'm not a spammer, and I'll let you in. Okay, so that's number 1, make a competition, like just 5 pounds. Because here's what, 20 pounds seems like a mountain. 5 pounds seems like that's doable. I can do that. I can do that over the next few weeks. Like that is obtainable. If it takes me 4 weeks, if it takes me 2 weeks, if it's a bowel movement in 1 week, all joking aside, like having that smaller goal has made it so much more obtainable, and I'm working hard. Last night I went out with friends after church. We went out to a pizzeria joint. They had a pizza called the Bee's Knees. Everyone was eating the Bee's Knees. You know what I had? I had decaf coffee and soda water, just plain soda water, sparkling water with lime, and then water. I mean, I tipped the waitress really well because I was like, sorry, I'm just getting this. Everyone else had pizza and pasta and all that, and that's great. That's wonderful. And they had this amazing like fried chicken thing. I didn't want it. You know why I didn't want it? I'm in a 5-pound challenge. So get you a 5-pound challenge. Join that. There'll be a whole thread in the free Mounjaro weight loss encouragement group, and all are welcome to join that group, by the way. WEGOVY weight loss, semaglutide weight loss, Tirzepatide weight loss, Zepbound weight loss, all are welcome at that table. Number 2, protein. My protein has been jacked. Until I started working with the GLP-1 dietitian. I will link her down below. I actually do have a discount code for you. I bought my membership into her program because I need to look at what I was eating. Why am I weight stalling? What am I not doing as correctly as I could be for my body? And getting some sound advice from somebody who's had over 1,200 plus hours with her master's degree in nutrition. She's super smart, and she's on a GLP-1. And I love it because she's also a mom too, so I can relate a lot to like, when you have like young kids, like what do you do? So that's been very helpful for me, and I know many of our counts and countesses here have joined that membership program. It's linked down in the description link below. Highly recommend her monthly membership. And many of you who've done her calls, I have not been on just because with the passing of my daughter's anniversary and things like that. And with Black Friday, with my job, I live stream and do videos. And so this is the biggest time of the year, which by the way, if you want to see those past live streams for Black Friday and Cyber Monday and the other deals, they're linked down in the description link below. So number 2 is my protein. I am supposed to have, and people on GLP-1s, of what the dietitian, which I will link down below, has recommended, 100 to 120 grams of protein in a day. Clutch my pearls, honey. I started to track. I've been doing Weight Watchers, which I do have a Weight Watchers discount code. I'll link that down below too. My food. And then from that, I've been Googling, okay, like how much is 5 ounces of chicken breast? How many grams of protein is that? Okay, if I make a turkey, I'm gonna do another video on it. You'll see it on my Mounjaro, what I eat in a day. But turkeys, discounted turkeys after Thanksgiving. My pocketbook's happy and my belly's happy because it's lean protein. I have found with my proteins, I had previously, if you followed me from my keto days, that's high fat, low carb, of where I lost over 80 plus pounds. I can't eat that high fat food. I have to be careful because it can make my stomach have really bad gastrointestinal issues with my Mounjaro weight loss. So for me, I'm really loving lean protein like chicken, rotisserie chickens, turkey. My big thing was I got these turkeys on sale. They're in my freezer now. So if you are still near somewhere where you can get turkeys on sale, and I asked the grocery store, I'm like, do you guys have any more discounted turkeys? Because I wanted to go buy like 5 yesterday. I'm like, I will buy those because they were like 50 cents a pound for this protein. Really easy to cook. I'm going to do a whole video on how simple it was because I am like the Swedish chef. So that's been my success tip. Finding proteins I love that are easy, that are lean and quick. And these turkeys and chickens, but the grocery store said the next big ones are going to be ham. So I'm going to look into that too. I need to see how many grams of protein ham is. And I know some of y'all don't eat pork, but having the poultry for me has been super helpful in my protein. I also went yesterday to Costco and got a rotisserie chicken. And the Duke's been eating off of that, and I have, and it's very filling. I literally had some chicken for breakfast this morning, the rotisserie chicken, if you follow me on Countess of Shopping Instagram. So that's my encouragement for you is number 2 of my success that I've had is getting really full with protein. I did not eat very much the day, 24 hours after my shot and 48 hours after my shot, basically minimally, which is one of the reasons why I'm so far ahead of the count. He's like, that's not fair. I should have done this like right before you took your, like 2 or 3 days before your injection. But I was very conscious. I know I didn't eat 120 grams of protein, but I did eat really protein focused food. So that was number 2, is focusing on protein, eating protein first. Many of you guys have said that in the comments, be focusing on that. I'll eat my vegetables or protein first. And those have been my main focus. And I don't feel deprived. This is where I think the shift is happening for me, of that having had an unhealthy relationship with food, shifting those lifestyle changes that we talked about, having those lifestyle changes with this, shifting it over to making protein focus, and that's just the way I live. So my question to you, because we're action oriented here at Countess of Shopping, make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't. We are action oriented. We are not just talking about it, we're doing it. So my action item for you that I want you to put in the comments for me so I can see, and also to help reprogram those neural pathways in your brain, help reprogram those brain cells in there, is what are you going to be focusing on for your protein? What does that look like? For me, it also looks like I love making with my Ninja Creamy protein ice cream. It's a quick way. I will not eat that whole pint, but I'll eat a few bites of it with my caramel ice cream. I love it. And it was on sale, by the way. I'll link all of my Amazon Mounjaro shopping list items down. And it was recently on sale, as was Premier Protein. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. So number 2, what's your protein choices? Tell me in the comments below of what protein are you focusing in on. We know that protein, I mean, it's statistically proven. This is not woo-woo. This is not theory. This is like data behind it. Protein helps us on the weight loss journey and helps prevent hair loss and helps prevent muscle loss, which is big for people who are losing weight. You're going to have muscle loss. Usually, I shouldn't cast the net for everybody, but that for me has been something I've been very focused on and railing against, of making sure I am getting enough protein with that. Number 3, this is going to knock your socks off, because one of my dear friends, David, knows. We've been talking about it back and forth. I've been telling him at my grocery store, you have these big bags of frozen vegetables, like massively on sale. And I've been stocking up on them. It was broccoli, green beans, and stir-fry vegetables. And so I started doing some research. I'm like, can you use sheet pans of frozen vegetables? When he does that, by the way, it means he's going to toot. I hope to God, please, Lord, don't let him fart right now on this YouTube video. Please, Lord. He's going to fart right in my face. Right as I'm giving you the hinge pin of the best success tip of this whole video. Oh my God. Phew, thank goodness he didn't toot in my face. Mr. Freddy's the star of the show. I'm just his sidekick here. He's like, lady, you're just the sidekick. So frozen vegetables. I did not realize, we talked about Mounjaro constipation before, Mounjaro gastrointestinal issues. I did not realize how much having 2 cups of like broccoli or high fiber foods, how much that fiber from vegetables matters for my body and probably for yours. Big difference. Big, huge. In the words of Julia Roberts, big, huge. 2 cups of broccoli, but I used frozen broccoli. And my sweet friend, one of my dear friends, David, was like, Elizabeth, I'm sure it's squishy. And I'm like, no, I have perfected my broccoli recipe, frozen broccoli recipe, which is why you want to click that subscribe button, because in the next What I Eat in a Day video, I'm going to show you how to do it. It's basically equated to $1 per serving, which is crazy, for vegetables. And if you were like me, I threw out previously, like I buy fresh green beans, for example, from Costco, and I would throw those away. And then I would feel guilty. I'd be like, man, I just wasted $8 on this, $5, $6, $7, $8 on green beans or broccoli, like fresh, and I'd throw it away. What I've done is I've been doing sheet pan broccoli. I'll make it for today and I'll make leftovers for tomorrow for myself and the Duke. And sometimes the Count wants it and sometimes he doesn't. But I have these big bags and I put them on the sheet pan. It's so good. My friend David also told me, Elizabeth, season that. Do not be ungenerous with your seasoning. Be generous with the seasoning. So I've been doing Maldon salt, pepper, and garlic. And I've been roasting cloves of garlic, but also just like garlic powder. It's been a game changer. So frozen vegetables, I'm going to show you how to do it on sheet pans. Saves so much money. But also, like for me, no joke, I'm not kidding. It's saved already this week on our grocery bill, $30. Like, what? What? And it was really easy. And I think that's one of my other success tips for you of these so far, of the first 3, is finding what's easy for you. Because if it's easy for you, it's going to be sustainable. And if you enjoy it, it's going to be sustainable. I enjoy literally broccoli on my sheet pans, as is my green beans, so much that I made it this morning for part of my breakfast. It was chicken. And you'll see it in my next, that's why you got to click subscribe, What I Eat in a Day. But it was chicken, tomatoes, some goat cheese, and broccoli. So full. I'm so full right now. It's lunchtime. I'm not going to have lunch. I'm like super full. But I wanted it for breakfast. And I had fasted for 16 hours of intermittent fasting. I allowed my body that gift because that does help with like anti-cancer stuff, with the Nobel Peace Prize won based on the concept of autophagy with intermittent fasting. And again, I'm not a medical professional, but just knowing the scientific data behind intermittent fasting, I do that. And so the GLP-1 dietitian though was like, Elizabeth, are you pushing it too far with your fasting that it's actually sabotaging you? I said, what? And she was like, why don't you just test maybe not fasting for, trying to fast for 20 hours and fast for 16 hours or 12 hours or 8 hours? Or why don't you cut your fasting times down just to test and see what you do? And also, will it perhaps help with feeling deprived or when the food chatter does come back near like the end of the shot? Not that I have a tremendous amount right now, but how will that help you? And she was right. That's what I'm telling you, go join that membership program. For me, it's well worth the price point each month. She jumpstart my weight loss for me. It's been so helpful. And it's the mindset component of this too, not just the food selection, which is obviously very helpful, but the mindset behind it and releasing me of the freedom with that. So she didn't tell me about the frozen sheet pan vegetables, but because of her encouragement, finding things I like, it has been very helpful for me. And that's what I want to do for you, is encourage you. Okay, what vegetables will you like? If you want a carrot, have a carrot. My husband last night was like, I just want coins of carrots. I'm going to make that later tonight for him for his sheet pan vegetables. I'm going to continue having broccoli and green beans. And then I also got stir fry vegetables. I'm going to sheet pan those too. Could you saute those in a wok? Absolutely, which I have done previously, but they were getting very soggy. This is not soggy, it's crispy. The texture, I'm very much a texture person. So I want to encourage you, that's number 3. Frozen vegetables. Number 4, finding systems in place for you that are fast, efficient, and taste good. I've owned multiple multi-million-dollar businesses, and I create them from scratch. And how I do that every single time, my secret to success, is creating systems that are fast, efficient, and good. But for this, taking that same standpoint, for good, meaning they taste good. For business stuff, it's usually, are they easy to be repeatable and scalable? For this, is this scalable? Like, can I do this day after day after day after day? When I get busy, can I continue to do this day after day after day after day? Because it's not when I have like vacation time, like Thanksgiving time and Christmas and spring break and summer and stuff like that, having these vacations. That is awesome to eat super well during those pockets. But it's the day-to-day mundane task of when my kid's got a soccer game, he's got homework, he's got, I've got stuff to do with the count, I've got stuff to do for myself and my own business and going to church and trying to maintain some sort of like spiritual balance and physical balance and going to the gym or working out or like all of these things. So my encouragement for you, number 4, for your Mounjaro weight loss or WEGOVY weight loss, semaglutide weight loss, Tirzepatide weight loss, Zepbound weight losses, what systems can you set in place for you as a safety net? For me, it's getting these rotisserie chickens. I bought all those turkeys on massive sale. They're now in my freezer. I've got a system. I've got to thaw them out because they're big turkeys 5 days in advance in my refrigerator. And then cooking them, it took me the full day to cook my other turkey. But we've been eating off of that. I froze the meat that we didn't eat. I'm kicking myself I didn't use the carcass to make broth out of. I'll do that next time. Lesson learned, right? I'm learning. Though going back to those lifestyle changes, I didn't know this. I had actually never cooked a turkey before. We went for Thanksgiving because I was working, right? I was on air most of the time. I was very privileged and grateful to be iRobot's exclusive live streaming host. So hopefully you guys saw that for their live streaming shows. And so I was working most of the day on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but for Thanksgiving we went to Ruth's Chris and for Thanksgiving, and I was like, I can make a turkey. I bet you I can make a turkey like Ruth's Chris turkey. And sure enough, I did. It was really good. And I don't cook well. And so the fact that I made that, that's what my encouragement for you is. I feel like that's sustainable for me. One day a week I can take when I'm going to be at home anyways. Like there's some days where we're just at home. And then I can make my protein and then freeze a bunch of it. Using my freezer for me has been huge. And finding things I love and I'm excited about. When I do choose to eat later today, which I'm not quite sure, I'm not hungry for lunch right now, but for dinner, I'll probably have a protein bowl. It'll be FAV Greek yogurt, fat-free yogurt. I used to get the full fat yogurt, Greek yogurt, but it made my stomach really upset. So I've gotten the fat-free yogurt, and that's actually been super helpful, but I have been intentional on my sheet pan vegetables to put some olive oil. I get a very high grade of olive oil. I'm obsessed with it. It's actually, the family is based here in Virginia, but they're over in, they have 500 olive groves in Greece. It's Laconico oil. Their stuff is amazing, by the way, absolutely amazing. If you buy them, tell them Countess of Shopping sent you. Their stuff is really good. And they have one that's like even higher than regular olive oil for your heart health. Anyways, I will put that on for my fats. I digress. So going back over to finding things that I love and fast systems, I will have later on that Fage Greek yogurt. I love pomegranates, having pomegranates and chia seeds. Sometimes I throw nuts in there, sometimes I don't. That for me is around 300, more so 400 calories per bowl, but I am full to the gills after that. I feel like pomegranates right now, because they're in season, they're just the spice of life. And at Costco, I actually got a bunch of them on sale. They were getting ready to expire, and I bought a pallet of them. You'll see it in my upcoming What I Eat in a Day video. And then I'm freezing them, going back to my freezer. And then when they thaw out, I can just put them in my Greek yogurt bowl, mix them with other stuff. This is why I've been doing these bowls. My dinner bowl, you'll notice a theme, is because it's mixed together and it still tastes good, but it's these little hacks to save time and money, and that are fast. Number 5, moving every day. One of the secrets to my success is moving more, making those lifestyle changes that I used to get so annoyed with people being like, you need to make lifestyle changes. I'm like, I know, I'm fighting for my life here. I can only make but so many changes. And if that is you right now, grace, 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 and more extra grace for you. Because for me, I was praying, Lord, just help me find the ability to make these changes. I want to be that person, but I don't feel strong enough to be able to make those changes. And I feel like the Lord has been working on me that like, no, you are strong. You've done so many things. Like my life, I have success in my life in every other area except for weight loss, and I'm having success now. That is a lie. I'm breaking that train of thought. I am having success. I am having, that is no longer going to be a juggernaut for me. I will probably have to focus in on this the rest of my life, but I am successful in it. And so what I want to encourage you with this is how then making these lifestyle changes can you find something to move every day with? For me, it's walking dogs. I love dogs. We fostered Lola, the 130-pound Great Dane. She did get adopted. Ironic, we live in rural Virginia, from a couple in Brooklyn. They saw the Facebook post. I told the shelter, I'm like, you guys, I'm social media, it's my job, is one of them is in our marketing firm is social media stuff. I'm like, you've got to post on social media about this dog. So I had been walking her, and then the other, we had a Great Pyrenees that we were fostering, and I love to walk dogs is the point I'm trying to make. What can you do that you love to move with? For me, it's walking dogs, lifting weights. I have a weightlifting plan, linked down in the description, link below. There's, I think, a discount code. Yeah, no, there is a discount code, and it's customized for your body. You can get it digital, or you can get it digital in a book. I got the book, like a physical book made, because I love tactile stuff. So finding ways to move that are helpful for you. Last night, a friend from church was like, I love to swim. And I'm like, oh my God, I love to swim. I have been afraid to swim for months now. I don't know why. And I'm pushing past these fears. I don't know if I'm going to meet her this week to go swimming, because it's like 12 degrees outside here in Virginia right now. But I am making sure I'm moving more. We do have we have a gym in our household too, which I know it sounds so bougie, and I am so grateful for it, but I don't frequently use it. So employing the techniques that I just talked about, how can I make it fun, easy, and exciting for me to go down into our gym, and to, if I'm not walking the dog or swimming, use my recumbent bike or some of the other pieces of equipment there. There's something that's blocking me that I need to figure out. So when you click that subscribe button, you'll see in upcoming videos what I do to solve that hinge pin, like that blocker. It's the bottleneck. And these things, if you're having these bottlenecks, it's simply but coming up with solutions to help you move to the next rung on the success ladder on your journey, right? Like, I don't know it all. You don't know it all. But we're figuring out one day at a time, one meal at a time, 1 hour at a time of like what is best for our own bodies on that. And that's what I really want to encourage you to figure out. So for me, this gym we have, and the Count has been doing it on our 5-pound challenge. He's like, I'm going to go work. And he goes down and goes to work out for like an hour. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so jealous. Okay, I'm not really jealous. Number 6, finding ways to have fun that's not food related has been one of my things that I'm still working on, but I'm recognizing, at least I'm aware of it, right? Like sometimes you don't know what you don't know. I'm now to the next step of I'm recognizing and becoming aware of it, of how much stock and weight, figuratively and literally, I put into having fun with food. And my goal is not to completely eliminate that, because I do feel like literally and figuratively breaking bread with people is part of culture, and like celebrating, like with birthday cake, you celebrate with a birthday cake. Like there's certain things that are food focused, and I don't want to completely eliminate that, but I don't want to have a lot of my fun associated around food. So what is the new definition of fun for me? And that's a question I want to encourage you. Put it down in the comments down below. What are you trying to do that's still, if you are like me and like, oh man, I really do put a lot of stock in having fun associated with food, or relief, like if I've had a really stressful day and then the food would bring it down. What am I replacing that with? Going back to lifestyle changes on my Mounjaro weight loss, or if you're doing Zepbound weight loss, WEGOVY weight loss, semaglutide weight loss, Tirzepatide weight loss. What does new fun look like for you? I'm still trying to figure it out, because I don't want it to include shopping or, you know what I mean, like other unhealthy habits. What are the new healthy habits of where it truly is like, so I have been crafting. I made orange garland and it was so fun. Like I got wooden beads and I got beautiful twine and I dehydrated my orange garland and I hung it up in my kitchen, and it's so festive and it makes me smile and it makes me really, really happy. So things like, I'm still a work in progress on this one, but it's one that I've become aware of, because I know having fun with food, if I'm doing that 1, 2, 3 times a week, that is also contributing to my weight stall, right? Having these lifestyle changes. And one of our awesome countesses, if she's lost a ton of weight, she loves pickleball. She's really into pickleball. And she's like, that's fun for me. I aspire to be like that. One of the things that I aspire to, and I have not said this publicly, and so I'm like really scared to say it, but I'm going to say it because I want to hold myself accountable, and I'm like super nervous to say this, but I need to say it. By this summer, I really want to go back to horseback riding. I cannot ride a horse right now. It would hurt them. And I want to be able to ride a horse again. I used to ride when I was younger, and since in college, that was when I did like Miss America pageant, the preliminaries for that, and like was in pageants and all that stuff. I could ride horses because I was anyways. Once I left college, I lost the ability to ride a horse because I gained so much weight. I gained I was 100 plus pounds. And I'm putting it like, I want to cry right now. I really want to do that. My son rides horses. And he's like, Mom, why don't you come ride a horse with me? And I didn't want to tell. The first time he asked, I was like, I didn't want to, because he knows how much I love horses. Like I love animals, I love horses. I didn't want to tell him, Mom physically can't ride a horse. I would hurt it. Like, I'm not there yet, but I will be. And I hope that this documentation of this, that I can look in a couple of months, like in a little bit, that I can look and be like, and I'm hoping it'll be in like 2 or 3 months, like as soon as possible. I don't know when it's going to happen because I got to look up how much, but I finally told him, I was like, I can't ride a horse because I would hurt it. That's the honest truth of why I can't do it with you. He's talking about like jumping, or he's able to do, like, he started learning how to jump and things like that. And I really want to do that. Like, I really, really want to do that. And I can't right now. I'm so grateful I'm 70 pounds down, but I've got a 100 plus pound weight loss journey to go. And so I'm really motivated because that horse, I want to ride that horse so badly. And I want to also show my son that, like, he's 8 and that physically I've not been able to do a lot of stuff, and I have felt guilt about that. I don't want to live in a place of guilt, shame, or condemnation. Like, I don't put that at the footstools of Jesus, but I do live in a place of guilt sometimes of, like, I physically can't do stuff with him like my husband can. My husband can do stuff with him, and I just can't. And I'm tired of having that be my excuse to not live life fully. And I want to be there. He's 8 for his 9th birthday, and I want to be able to physically do stuff with him. And he's to the point now of, like, he is a full-on boy. Like, he loves, like, it's chronic movement for him. And I can't keep up, and I can't do it. And when he was younger, I couldn't keep up with him. And I feel guilty about that. Like, I'm letting that go. Like, I'm working to let that go of, like, I can't live in that place of, like, you do what you can with what you have. And I've done what I can with what I've had, but I want to be able to ride a horse. And my goal is hopefully this summer to be able to ride a horse with him. I would love to take him to a dude ranch. This past summer, I took him to California, from Virginia to California, and we got to do a fishing trip, and we got to do like go all around San Francisco. We went on one of those electric scooters, like up the hills, and like other physical things together. And I got to sit on an airplane without needing an airplane extender, like big things like that. So this summer, my goal is to take him to a dude ranch where him and I just go, like we do one-on-one trips. That's my goal. That's my goal. And I pray that this video, that I look back like at 75 pounds, 80 pounds or whatever down the pike and be like, take those tips, keep taking those tips and continue to morph them as I learn more, as we know more, we do better, right? As I know more, I do better. That I continue to do better with this. And if you want to join that 5-pound challenge that I talked about at the beginning of the episode, would love to have you. The link's down on the description link below for the information on it. Would love to have you a part of that group. There's going to be a tag in there, and then you can comment like daily on that thread or however you wish with the tag. It's going to be, I'm excited about it. I'm excited to do this because even though I've already, I'm almost to my I'm more than my 5 pounds. I'm more than my 5 pounds, but there's a reason why, but I'm not counting it, but I digress. I want to continue doing this because it's really motivating me. I didn't know that the competition part of it would make me motivated. So I don't know. I don't know how we make that. If you have a competition with another friend who's in the group, have them do it and then you two make a bet or whatever. For me, there was something about like winning a prize that I was like, yay. So couple of things. So make sure if you have not already clicked that follow button that you do. We talked earlier for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and some of the other deals that my loose skin cream has been awesome. It was on sale. I'll link it down below. If it still is, it may go off deals, but loose skin is on the weight loss journey. The only way to get rid of it is loose skin surgery, but gosh, does this help. It really, truly does. So many of you guys have gotten and been like, I'm so excited. I'm like, I'm so glad that you're excited because I'm excited. I love it. And the people who get it come back and are like, you're right. It does help with crepiness of your skin and loose skin in general. By the way, many of you guys are like, oh, you're still married because I wasn't wearing my wedding ring because they fall off my finger. They fall off my finger and I have 4 wedding things that I wear. So I got a fake one. So this is until I get the other one fixed. The other thing was the Ninja creamy ice cream maker. It is on sale as of right now, as was the protein drinks for those two, which are really, really helpful to have. So long video, but I wanted to encourage you, hopefully, with those tips. There's number 7. There's supposed to be 7 tips. Where was my number 7? I have 6 on here. Number 7 was, we talked about the challenge. Move more. Oh, number 7 was sleep, by the way. Was making sure I got adequate sleep. That's been a huge part of this. I have been watching The Spanish Princess. I bought it on Amazon, and it's related to the White Princess and the White Queen. It's all about the 14 and 1500s. Henry VIII. Fascinating history. It does have nudity, though. It does. So just FYI, don't watch it in front of your kids. It definitely has a connotation on there that you would for adult eyeballs. It's been so, but I've been learning about history on that, but it's also helped me just to kind of chill out. But my sleep, I don't know how that even related to my sleep and why I just shared that, but sleep has been important. So make sure you get my free Mounjaro weight loss success checklist, a link down below. Join the free group. If you want the information for the GLP-1 dietitian with that discount code, that's linked down below. And then the other thing is my LMNT electrolytes. They have come out with new winter flavors. They only usually last for winter. They're amazing. There's chocolate raspberry, chocolate mint, and chai, chocolate chai. You put them in your overnight oats, your protein oats. I do it's 40 grams of protein in them. They're so good for breakfast. You can put them in coffee. You can put them in tea, but they're meant for like hot drinks more so. You wouldn't necessarily want to have that as a cold drink or in food. They're really good. So I'll link that down below. They've been very gracious to give us 8 free sticks of any, if you make any purchase through the link down below, they'll give you an additional 8 free sticks, which is crazy high value. And even if you make like the smallest purchase, you'll still get that discount. So my sweet friends, I will look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Just so many great videos coming up. Click that subscribe button. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and Countess of shopping. Count my blessing because life is delicious. Bye friends. And Mr. Freddie says goodbye too.